If you own a Yamaha golf cart and you'd like a storage solution that isn't just super simple to install, but is also really convenient for your grab and go items like your jacket or your bags, then let's check this guy out. So this is our BA overhead storage console for all Yamaha golf carts made since 2007. So G29s, Drive 1s, Drive 2s, our console will fit it. As long as you have the factory top, which is what you see here, the factory Yamaha top. And what our overhead console does essentially is it provides you with a storage solution that is great for your items that you're constantly grabbing and going with as you're hopping in and out of your golf cart. So let's say it's chilly weather like it is in Ohio right now, and you got your jacket and you want to take that with you. Stuff that jacket up there. Let's say you got your wife or your husband or whoever riding with you, stuff that jacket up there too. Let's say you're golfing, you got a club head cover, stuff that guy up there. Say you got a fanny pack, you got a bag, got a purse, you can stuff that guy up there as well. And then you got a hat. Let's say you can't really wear your hat while you're driving down the road because it'll fly off. Stuff your hat up there. And just like that, now you have a bunch of items that you would typically have in the front passengers of a golf cart that you didn't have a place for really well before. And now you have an awesome storage solution for all those items that you just quickly grab and go with. And one really cool cherry on top for our overhead console is that we decided to include a magnetic dome light. Let me explain. Now, before I show the dome light off and before I show you step by step on how to install the console on your Yamaha, I gotta tell you where you can buy it. You can either click the thumbnail for the product below the video here on YouTube, or you can go to shopbaparts.com, go to your Yamaha section, and then you will see our overhead storage console there. But let's show you how sick this dome light really is on the console. So what makes it so special is, one, the console is steel, AKA magnetic. So as a golfer, if you want to stick your rangefinder and whatnot up here, you can now stick it to there because it's magnetic, which is also why the dome light is so dang easy to install. So this dome light is magnetic. You saw me take it off earlier, and installing it is as simple as that. And what makes it pretty cool is it has a touch sensitive button right here. So when you tap it, it turns on. So as you now see, with the lights off like it's nighttime, everything in the interior of your Yamaha is now lit up due to the fancy dome light. And as soon as you're done looking for whatever you're looking for, whether it be your purse, your phone, your wallet, your jacket, you can simply just tap that guy and it shuts off. And you can tell how big of a difference just that little guy up there in the console makes in lighting the interior part of your Yamaha up. And as a golf cart owner myself, I constantly found myself being annoyed when I was driving my golf cart at night, whether I was driving it home late from a festival or from my friend's house, and I was trying to find something in the dash, in the glove box, or something I had in the seat. I couldn't find it. I had to get my phone light out and all that. And it was just kind of annoying not having the convenient dome light like you do in your vehicle. So we thought forward, and instead of just providing you with an awesome storage solution, we provide you guys with an awesome lighting solution for night as well. And also, one side note is, since it's magnetic and really easy to install, you can literally just use it as a flashlight as well. So if you're looking through things for inside your glove box, you can start shining it in there. Or let's say you have a back seat or just a 2-passenger like this cart and you have your basket back there. You can shine the light back there. But truly that simple to start lighting things up, and throw it right back up at the console and tap it, now it's off. So when you open your Yamaha overhead console box, you will see the following items: your console, then your dome light, and your USB-C charger for the dome light. The only tools you'll need to install a console will be a 5mm Allen wrench, a 13mm wrench, and then optional, you can use a 13mm socket as well. You won't be able to use that to take the nuts off, but you can use that to put the nuts on. So, and I'll explain more later. But first steps are 5mm wrench and 13mm wrench. And what we want to do, turn our fancy schmancy light on here. What we want to do is take all these nuts and bolts out, and then I'll show you what to do with them after we do that. First step is we completely remove the nuts, bolts, washers, all that. What you want to do is take one bolt and nut washer and put this in from the opposite way. So now the bolt is going from inside out, just like this. Then we take our washer out here and barely finger tighten that acorn nut on the end. You don't want to tighten it too much with your finger. Just barely start the threads. That way, when you look in here, you will see that there is a gap between the washer and the roof. You want a gap between the washer and the roof. That way we can slide the console in between the two. So we're gonna perform the exact same steps over here. If you noticed, I left the other bolt and nut not on here yet. This is on the front side. The very front hole is where we're starting this bolt and nut at. And you will see that there will be a gap between the roof and the washer. And again, these bolts are not in the roof. The back bolts are not in the roof at all yet. How this console installs is you slide the slotted hole over those bolts we just started. And then once we have those over, we slide the other bolts and nuts through. Well, let's prep these bolts first. What prepping them means is you actually want to take the washer off the bolt head. You do not need the washer on the bolt head. So the washers are by themselves. You will only need the washer for the outside of the roof. So you want to have the console and the bolts, you want to have the bolts ready to go. That way when we're holding this console up in place, we can slide those bolts through. So I grab my console, and this might be a two-person job. It's most safe if you're using two people, because you don't want this to get snagged. You don't want this to get mounted on one side and then the other side drops, because you'll end up bending some of these tabs because of all this weight dropping if you don't have it lined up perfectly. So I'm gonna try to line up this side right now, and then this side. And once I know I'm in there, which I'm above both, I now don't ever want to pull this console back this way. I want to just keep it held forward. As long as I'm keeping it held forward, the console can't fall on me. So again, this is where I'm saying it's good to have two people. So Keela, if you can hold this side up so it doesn't fall. Now I line up, I take my bolt with no washer on it, and I go from the inside out. And again, you might have to mess around with your roof holes and light them all up. But now I push that guy all the way through. I don't even need to worry about the washer at the moment, or the nut, because it's all the way through now. It's not gonna fall on that side. So now I go back to this side, and if you look over here, you know, sometimes this hole might not always be perfectly lined up, so you might have to move the roof around, the roof strut around, the console around, push that through. Then now I can take my washer and my acorn nut, push this on here. This side, finger tighten this side. With either a socket or a wrench, I can fully tighten this console up, which for the sake of the video, I'm gonna use socket on an impact driver, and it's up to you. You can kind of let it hang down like this right now and tighten it up, or if you want to, you can press it up as high as possible. That way it's hitting your roof in certain spots. It's totally up to you. Just to make sure it's uniform, I'm gonna get here in the middle and push up on it. Then take my Allen wrench from the inside and sock up on the outside. Tighten her all up. And if you purchased the mirror option with our console, the mirror bolts right in this hole really simply with one wrench. Also, if you already have a mirror on your Yamaha, you can remove that mirror and slide the bolt on your mirror right through that hole right there and tighten it down as well. That's how simple it is to install the console on your Yamaha. Let me show you how easy it is to use the dome light. So as I showed you guys earlier, the dome light's magnetic, and there is a switch on the back. And when you get your dome light, this will be switched to off. You want to switch it to on. And like I showed you earlier, installation is that hard. And also, this is rechargeable, which is why we give you a USB-C charger. And this can hold a charge up to 12 hours. But there is one special part of the instructions on how to use the light itself. So the dome light has 3 settings. It has like a yellow, it has a white, then it has a bright white. And if you tap the colors fast, you'll show right here. If I tap them fast, it'll go through their color settings. But if I want it on yellow, which is what it is right now, I leave it on for 2 seconds. And then when I tap it now I left it on for 2 seconds. Now it's set to yellow every time. But yellow is the least brightest color. I like the middle color or the last color. So what I'll do is I'll tap it into the second color, which I think is the brightest. And now that I've left it on, it'll be set to that color. With that, that's about as simple as it is to install the console on your Yamaha plus the dome light. If you ran into something during your installation that you did not see us address in this video, please let us know. Send us pictures, shoot us a call, send us an email. We're happy to take care of you. But per usual, thank you guys for supporting BA Karts, and thanks for watching.